so Firehead, it's just up to you.
Yeah, I think I have 2 dice or something.
With
Yes.
strength?
I have 7 strength, but I'm super
He's
tired.
super wounded and shit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You've got edge, though.
He's got 1 edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you need
It's
to save your
something.
life.
Yeah, I'm
Don't pre-edge it, post-edge it, I guess.
With
I
2
don't know.
dice, it doesn't make much difference, to be
Yeah,
honest.
well, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, it's whatever fate decides. I guess.
You're a good roller, Chris. You always roll.
yeah, always roll big, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you always roll big.
I guess we'll be seeing this gnome of yours soon.
Yeah, I was thinking about staying on the roof, just delaying the guys, but I don't think Firehead would do that.
Plus, it would benefit.
He's an
me,
asshole.
So
Yeah. Okay, so 2 dice.
oh god.
You gonna pre-edge it or post-edge it? Well, we're presuming you'll fail, but
Yeah, I will fail. Like that's.
Don't say that.
Well, I mean, it's up to you. If you pre-edge it, it's 3 dice. If you post-edge, you could fail everything and then re-roll again. I don't know. It's up to you.
You only get 1 more chance. 33% chance extra. Yeah.
Yes, 2 plus 1 is 3.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to think.
I
Thinking
think,
of the odds,
yeah, I think
yeah.
saving it for the post edge is better.
Okay. So what? Just Shadowrun 2?
So it's 2, yeah. Yep.
Okay, reroll 1.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
God.
post-edge and re-roll 1, yeah. Hope for a 5 or a 6.
Yeah.
Oh,
Holy,
my
holy mother of
Good
God.
God.
Oh shit! I was gonna stay on the roof and just fucking blow this place up, but yeah, I'm glad this happened.
Okay, so Firehead skillfully makes his way over.
I just unhook the grapple and let it fall to the ground, by the way.
So you guys
While
are
I'm
in
on it.
you guys are in some sort of public office let space, and the floor you're on seems to be some sort of law practice of some kind. And I guess you guys just run to the elevator or the stairwell and run downstairs.
Yeah, stairwell.
Stairwell.
No, man, I said the elevator just because.
Well, she gets
Nah.
arrested then. The rest of us get away.
Okay, so you guys make it out. Some of the building security give you strange looks, but since you're not particularly here for them, they don't really seem to care. You could go out the main door, or there's a back door, but the back door is like a fire alarm and things like that. Or you could perhaps maybe go out the delivery door if you wanted.
Delivery door.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys rush out to the delivery door, and you can see that the Horizon subsidiary building is now, well, Sol Media Group is now, there's at least 2 or 3 rotor aircraft around it now, several dozen drones, and you see men on the roof who clearly zipline down, and they're starting to swarm through the building. So you guys got out just in time.
I flick off the building as we leave.
Yeah.
But in good fashion.
So you now have Fisto, aka Zane. What do you want to do with him?
Well, first I want to wait till Amber wakes up, and we want to do things to his brain.
And if that fails, hopefully she gets a chance.
So Zane is very likely to wake up around the same time as he does, unless you drug the shit out of him. Is that the plan, or do you just want to like smack him every time he wakes up?
Yeah. I'll just give
We'll
him
fill-
the. I'll just give him the. Shh, go to sleep. Go to
We'll
sleep.
fill his physical track by slowly giving him stun damage and overflowing him, so he's just like crazy wounded.
Where are we taking him, by the way?
Well, we got to take him back to Warren, but we just like drive to a secluded location first for
So
Amber to do her thing.
There are 3 people that want him. Remember, Aaron wants his data, right? The Triads want his gear, and
Didn't Warren want him?
No, Aaron wants his data. Yeah. The well-dressed man wants all of them, Cyberdeck and him included. And Mr. Zhang, who works for the Triads, just wants his gear and shit back.
I think we already decided that we're fucking over the Triads and going with the Mafia.
Yeah.
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 And then
So we need to copy the data on his deck to give to Oren.
Yes.
Does
Good
he
luck
want
with
it
that.
decrypted, or can we literally just take a
Maybe we should mind probe him before we try to pull his data, because then Amber will know exactly how his data is stored and protected.
Yeah.
Alright, so a few hours later, let's say 2 or 3 hours later, Amber stirs from her listless sleep.
Do I? Because my physical track is full. How long do I have to wait till I get to recover that?
24
know.
hours.
Alright, well, a day later then.
Wakey, wakey.
Where do you guys want to keep Zane until then?
Toilet?
I guess maybe your guys' high lifestyle house because it's got
No.
way more.
No.
security.
Yeah, no.
We're not fucking up our nice ass place. We'll either roll safe houses or go to the ghetto.
Yeah, like, what about your house, Giant? You live in a slum, right? That's usual.
Yeah, that's super secure.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we'll keep watch over him, right?
You can bring him to Firehead's place where he has
Yeah.
the toilet like out in the open or whatever.
It looks
Firehead's
like
squad.
a interrogation room, anyways.
Yeah, where do you
Okay.
live, Firehead?
I can't remember.
Total slums.
Yeah.
He lives in Redmond.
Redmond. Yeah.
Yeah, he lives in. I'll tell you right now. When the thing starts loading. Yeah, he lives in something called Woodenville.
That's where my parents live.
It's a slum now, apparently, Aaron.
What's funny?
ironic,
It's
that's
literally where all the fucking like it's like a yuppie suburban neighborhood, basically. It's like where like executives and shit have big houses with big yards.
Well, apparently it's part of Redmond and is a
But
slum.
now it's the ghetto. That's awesome.
So let's see.
I got 0 hits on physical recovery.
Can't someone give like a medicine check to give you bonus dice to your physical recovery every day?
Yeah,
If
if
they
someone has
have
the medicine
medicine.
skill.
So
Although that's a
Fisso's
designated healer.
Fisso's
He
asleep on
has
Firehead's
first
bed.
aid.
I look over to Fire, like, yeah. Fuck
Amber,
it,
do you have a nice fake sin?
I'm unconscious, so I cannot
Does
answer.
your I'm searching through your shit looking for a nice fake sin. Do I find one?
It's a rating 3.
That's good enough. We should probably take her to a local hospital
Go ahead, text. You can
or
borrow my
a local
bike.
street doc.
Yeah, borrow my bike. You can do that, or
Yeah, we'll take it to my new Ripidoc contact actually.
Oh wow.
I'll stay here and look after our guest. And turn to Firehead to say, Firehead, you got any rope?
For you, maybe?
I don't know if that was a yes or no. So
Oh,
I
it's creepy. I just put metal restraints on Zane.
For
Oh,
you,
okay.
maybe, so you
We
can
live,
hang
we live in
yourself.
the future,
Yeah.
see, we don't use rope.
This
Sorry.
is not a Dungeons and Dragons.
She looks at old school guys. Okay.
Yeah, you like tying people up. You Slaneshi piece of shit.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
there's rules for putting people in hospitals and shit. They pay like a different rent fee or whatever, if I remember correctly.
Why
That's-
don't we
yeah.
just dress
long-term
Amber
care,
up
right?
like a dog and take her to the vet?
What the fuck?
I think there's a daily cost associated with hospital care. Yeah.
Yeah, there's hospitalized basic and hospitalized intensive.
To be honest, he'd probably be an intensive if the street doc has that.
My stun and physical are full, so yeah.
He looks about as bad as you can look without being like
So yeah.
about to die.
So what's the rate for hospitalized intensive?
I think it's near the first aid section. Or it might be under the dock wagon contract section.
Yeah, actually, did you have a dock wagon contract?
Who?
You.
No.
Okay.
It's 1,000 a day for intensive care.
Ivy had one.
Okay, well they bring you to
Still does.
intensive care, Amber. So what bonuses does it give them being in intensive care?
It'd be a skill check by the doctors, so you'd make up their rough dice. That'd give
Oh,
bonuses.
wonderful.
Because
Okay.
of course they don't give specific rules.
1,000 a day is probably like a dice pool of 12 to 16.
There's no like fucking NPCs, is there?
A street dock has logic 5, medicine 8 in the example section.
There's 13. Yeah.
So did you bring him to the Ripper Dock, or did you bring him to an actual like hospital just out of interest?
Well, the Ripper Dock is a street dock.
Yeah, I know. I'm just curious. Did you bring him to a real one or the Ripper Dock? Just
No, we use
Ripper
my
Dock.
contact.
okay.
Yeah.
So how much size does it have, sir?
13.
13. Okay.
How many bombs does Amber wake up inside her?
If I wake up with any bombs, I'm destroying
This
someone.
guy's a talented doctor.
So you recover 7, I guess.
Dr. Nick.
So do I
Hi,
re-roll my
everybody.
physical? Should I re-roll my physical recovery? with
Yeah,
those
well, it would be
7?
a day, and you already owe them like 1,000 or whatever. So.
Yeah, I'm just checking what exact bonus you get. Like long-term care or some shit.
Yeah.
So hard to find.
I think it's in the first aid section.
12 dice.
Or next to the first aid section, rather.
Yeah, each hit provides a +1 die to any subsequent healing tests the character makes. So
3.
you wake up.
I guess by now my stun monitor is.
Yeah, it'd be
Empty.
way down. Yeah. Okay, so you wake up and the Ripper Dock is just like, shh, 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 quiet now, quiet.
Who are you?
Wow.
And Giant just like looks over you, I guess, because Giant brought you, I suppose.
Yeah. Do not worry, this is Dr. Pond. She has taken care of you.
Thanks.
You say
So
Dr. Bond.
Pond, Pond. Yeah.
Jim Pond.
So the doctor is curious who's paying for this medical care.
Put it on her Obamacare.
I guess
tab.
I am.
Her Obamacare. She just looks at you. What's an
That's
Obama?
still a thing.
It's President Obama the 5th at the moment.
Who is
Yes.
president? Who is president of the UCAS right now? Actually,
What's his name? It was a dragon, but then
I know.
assassinated.
I know who the dragon was. Yeah.
At the moment, it is Angela Colleton. She's a Republican.
Yeah, there's no Obamacare if it's a Republican. Okay, so how long do you want to stay in the place for, Amber? Because it's 1,000 a day. So.
How long do we have? That's the question.
Well, Aaron will 90% be likely you already have Zane, and he'll be expecting you to give him the data at some point. The other two, it's hard to tell because you don't really know about them. So
Mafia guy gives us like 60 days. And we're like 2 weeks into
the Triad dude gave you 60 days, so you're like you spent a month doing other shit, and then you spent I think it was just after a month you did this run, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so like you've already spent like a month, so and a day or two, I guess.
Well, no time like right now to do this, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And you'll have a point of edge, so.
Yeah, you'd all get a point of edge back.
Yay!
Everyone can roll to heal their shit if they took any damage.
Yep. So Amber, if you're leaving the intensive care, you just have to pay the Ripper Doc 1,000 yuan.
Yep.
Did Tex
Thanks,
go
Doc.
to the hospital?
No, they took her to a Ripper Doc. It's like a street doc.
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
Tex go though?
Oh, yeah. Tex, did you go to the Ripper Doc as well?
Well, I don't think everybody needed to go, so Tex would have stayed and watched
It was
Zane.
my contact, so I just took her along.
Yeah.
So during Giants taking Amber, she goes to Tex and say, Tex, I've seen you doing that stuff. I was wondering if you could share a little bit.
You talk about the cram? Yeah, I got you. Yeah, like hands you a tiny little baggie, a little bit of powder in it.
Like I say, never Never used any, dealt with it, so, and then I just like take it however you take it, I guess.
Yeah,
You
I like
just
to
snort
imagine
it.
Cram is snorted.
Yeah.
I just like snort it and it's like some good shit. Where can I get some from?
I got a guy here locally that hooks me up, but the stuff's not even really all that illegal. If you get a fake prescription, you can just go fill it at your local stuffer.
Ah, shit. All right.
I mean, I can just add your dosage to my local pickup if you want.
How much would that cost me a month for, say, like, bit a day, one a day?
Oh well, it's about what you hit there was just about $100 worth, so it's about 100 a day. You want to take one hit a day?
Make it one hit for each run, so I'll take 2 for a month. That's good.
Yeah, he hands you like another little baggie with like twice as much powder in it, so you got like another 2 hits.
All right. So do you want 200 for that?
Oh, that one's on the house.
Not mad, thanks.
This is how
how
he
they
gets you
get you.
addicted.
Wow.
And this is how it starts.
So yeah, Warren, I sent you a private message with the other chemicals I put in that.
Wow.
No, then she says, I'll take you around to some place nice after this.
He
after
put
we're done here.
he put Doom in it, so we're kind of fucked. Anyway, yeah, you guys get back from the doctor after a day after your eventful run, and you guys are keeping Zane unconscious and tied up. So
Yeah, he eats a punching bag every once in a while. We put like a biomonitor on him to see how he's doing, and then he's getting a little better. Let me kick him.
You let she do the beatings.
Everyone gets.
I'm
to beat him
practicing my karate chops.
Wax on.
Like if you let him, she will just like stab an arrow into him. Every
a
now and
fucking
again.
Karate Kid shit. Wax on, wax off, wax off. Fuck you. That was so stupid. All right, so
Amber, do you feel well enough to attempt to go into Fisto's mind?
up. Maybe I can try. Still feel the burn. I gotta talk to some people after this. But let's do it.
So there's a background count of 2 in here, unless you're Firehead. So
Fuck me.
His wound modifiers will be hefty. He'll be alright.
yeah, I'm just gonna presume he's like full knocked out.
Let me just see if my spirit of man is my detection spirit. I don't think it is.
Of course it doesn't.
No.
Is there any equivalent?
Well, it does in the sense that the Shadowrun universe is our universe, and the Warhammer games exist in our universe. So Slaanesh does exist, but as a Warhammer tabletop figure.
Okay.
Some roundabout way of saying no, Aaron.
It's so meta.
Yeah, but I suppose there's kind of equivalence to Slaanesh, being like the
Closest thing would be
horrors
a
and
mental
shit.
spirit.
Yeah.
Trying to think which one though.
Is it like
There's
any elven
horrors
gods?
that actually.
No, wouldn't there
aren't
just
all
be
that
like the
different.
horrors, like
Yeah, there's a horror that's not all that unlike Slaanesh.
Holy mother of shits. Really?
the horrors
Man,
don't care
you're
about you. The horrors don't care about you praying to them.
I have
Yeah.
-2 from wound modifiers and -2 from the background count. Yeah, and my magic is low because of all this. So yeah.
Come on, man. Firehead got 2 hits with 3 dice.
You have a,
It's
you
me.
have a- you have
It's
an edge,
me.
so
I'll just do it again.
okay.
Is there just ask, but is there any elven gods?
I like gods
Much
in
better.
this world.
And now
Alright, okay.
I'll re-roll the other
There are
three.
no, yeah, there's no real gods. Like, I mean, people believe in like Christianity and shit, but
Okay.
4
yeah.
hits.
it's our world, Ollie. That's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
we
but
can think about.
like elves are like not of our world, so I was wondering if they had brought their own religion over, you know?
It's
spirits
just
and
our
shit exist,
world
but like
with magic. Simple.
yeah,
Yeah, elves didn't come from the other world or anything either. They were people that were born as elves.
Yeah, there was a thing
Okay.
called the Awakening, right? And then the Awakening brought magic back, and then there was a bunch of thing called Goblinization, where like a bunch of people just sporadically and randomly turned into orcs and trolls and shit. And elven babies started getting born and stuff. So
Okay.
There are
From
immortal
humans.
elves who are from before times, and they're elven, but there's very, very few of them, and they're way older.
and they
Okay.
never revealed or really that old. So
Okay. All right.
and
Only
then
one of them is known.
dragons are reportedly from Mars and shit. So go figure. And according to Aaron, they swam across space and came to Earth after Mars was turned into a shithole.
Yeah, the horrors basically came through and ate Mars, and a few of the dragons managed to escape to Earth.
That's the theory, apparently.
That is some stupid shit.
I know
It
isn't
sounds
it?
awesome.
I'm just going to pretend that's not in the law.
Flying moon
It
dragons.
sounds fucking awesome.
So what do I roll against this? Sorry.
Willpower plus something?
Mental detection spell, right?
Yes.
I think he
You
resists with logic
roll-
plus will.
Yeah, willpower plus logic.
Okay, and then he's got that many win modifiers. Okay. All right.
Need to get like decreased willpower. You can just like stack everything against them.
Yeah, that's something I might do.
Okay, you got 3 net successes.
Subject
Yeah.
can find out anything the target consciously knows and view the target's recent memories up to 72 hours. So yeah, we got shitloads of stuff.
No.
Okay, well he's not conscious, so
He consciously knows about.
Yeah, not currently thinking about.
okay, well what do you want to ask?
I know everything.
Okay, was there anything in particular you want
Yeah,
to?
but Warren can't give you everything this guy ever knows, Harry. You need to ask a
Yes,
question.
start at the
Adam!
beginning, Warren. On his 4th birthday,
Yes.
what type of cake was
Starting
served?
Starting from the moment he left his mother's vagina.
His first memory, go.
Yes, so specify what you want to know.
Well, what was that thing he said about knowing about us?
Yeah.
He says he said he was trying to barter with you. He said there's been some chatter on the Deep Matrix lately about a group of runners that several interested parties have been putting out feelers for along certain lines, and he put 2 and 2 together when he saw you, and he thinks it's you.
But what was the chatter?
So the chatter is that a group of individuals, and no one knows who particularly they are or who they were working for, managed to snag something before other people could get to it. A data drop of some kind. And they're not sure if they did it under pretenses of someone else or it was just random serendipity that led them to it. But they managed to find something, and a rather diverse group of individuals from many different interested factions is looking for it. And the description of some of the people based on grainy images, and you guys can see when you look at these images, or remember what Fisto was looking at, Amber, you can tell that it was the motel that you guys went to.
Yeah, it's
if you
that
remember.
fucking comlink.
Yeah. So a couple of deckers, or these images have been circling on various information brokering boards and things around the Deep Matrix, and they're looking for a very grainy image of Tex dressed up as that dude, and also for Kix. And they have some grainy, distant drone images of some of the rest of you.
Can't they just zoom in and enhance?
They can, but even in this modern period, it doesn't clear up much, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Okay, so what they're looking for, or at least some of the individual parties, some of the parties that are looking for it are definitely corp of some kind, and they're powerful corp based upon the clout and things that we're looking for it. Some of them are governmental, and some of them are others, which are hard to pin down. But there are definitely some varied groups looking for probably that comlink as giant summarize.
Since Harry isn't there, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Can we know how to get into his deck safely, like his passcodes? Or
Yeah,
whatever
you can
they
do
use?
that. You can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
You can tell in his recent memories that he was trying to lock down in the last 72 hours or limit information about people, but there's some critical information he couldn't get rid of, otherwise he wouldn't be able to contact various friends and contacts anymore. And you can tell that he's met Aaron before, and you can tell already that the stuff that Aaron is looking for is that contact details, okay?
Alright,
Of how to find various people.
Was this guy a runner before?
Yes.
was, is there anything about the well-dressed man in his memories?
No.
Alright.
He has never met or heard of this individual before.
Does he
You
still
no
have
idea what he
contact
is.
with any of the runners that he used to run with?
Yes, in Amber's recent memory, she can recall in the last 64 hours, he met with some woman that resonates in his mind as a rigger, and it's probably the rigger who gave him the drones. And the name Val comes to mind when Amber looks at that woman in his memories.
He entered his bank details in the last 72 hours, Warren.
No.
God damn.
He didn't keep a bank, actually. He kept everything off the grid.
Where
Does
did he
he-
keep it?
Does he have any
He has
information?
he has some of it on him. He has a couple of cred sticks on him. None of you bothered to completely
That's it.
search for him, really. Yeah.
Yeah, does he
He also has a couple of grenades.
does he have any information of the security of which we
Yeah,
could sell?
he wakes up and he starts stacking boxes of grenades.
I immediately kill him.
Yeah. I'm never gonna get over that fucking bullshit, man. It was the most gamey thing I've ever seen a GM do.
The salt is still real.
It was so fucking lame, dude.
It's been a year.
I'm never
It
gonna
doesn't
get over
matter.
that.
It's an endless sea of salt.
It was essentially just rocks drop, you die. That's
Yeah.
how fucking retarded it was. So.
I love it.
So, is there anything else we need from this guy's brain?
The deck
Does he have any information?
security.
Done that.
So you in his memory, you can tell he's he's been Shadowrunning for a couple of years. He's worked with a couple other groups, and several of them come to mind, as being relevant to what Aaron would probably want to look for. So
Does he
Is
have any-
there a certain toxic mage in one of them?
he does have memories of a mage he'd rather not think about again. Yeah.
Meta.
Yeah. Does he have any information memories with the company he was working with? If he'd anything we could sell
Yeah,
to someone.
he does know a great deal about their matrix encryption, which
Could-
they may change because they literally just had someone break into their matrix thing. But he does know some loopholes. Yeah.
Could we sell that to some interested parties? Or,
There would
but
probably be some interested parties. Yeah.
if Amber tells us all of this, then I put that to the group that we could sell that information on the web and shit.
What info?
He knows matrix loopholes and security issues with Sol Media Group's matrix defenses.
Is that registered in his deck? Does
Not
he
his
have it
deck.
in his deck?
It's in his brain, and you
Then that cannot be
know
sold.
some of the loopholes, but it's hard for you to understand because you're not a decker. So.
Yeah, that information cannot be sold.
You literally
Yeah.
say it and Kix interprets it.
Yeah, you
Yeah, but the thing is, it's where did you get that info from? Oh, some guy's brain that I picked.
Why can't you sell that? It's just oh, we tortured a guy for it. Yeah, sure. Information is still information. It doesn't matter of the source on the
Yeah,
internet.
Where
Give
did you
them
get that information? I'm an information broker, and I purchased it from a team of runners who came across it through unknown means.
Yeah.
Fine by me.
Harry, you can't sell things like that because, just for the record, in programming circles and some black hat hackers and things like that for various boards that they use, people literally just tell each other how to exploit things. They don't send you data files about how to do it. So, yeah.
Okay, so
I if the group doesn't mind selling that, then yeah, I'd put that forward.
no, it's fine. It'd be a waste not to sell it.
Sure.
Sol Media Group is not a super huge corporation, but it would be relevant to some interests. Yeah.
And so I guess once we get access to his deck, we copy into a data chip for Oren all the shit that he wants.
Yeah, so I mean, I won't go through the whole cracking his deck
Yeah.
thing. It was still active when you guys grabbed him, and you know all of his defenses and everything. So
And,
like, you even know his passwords and shit. So.
And we didn't say, but we would have stripped him of all his shit. So if he's got, like you said, if
Yeah,
he's got cred
so
sticks on him.
he does have a cred stick on him. It's got a kind of hefty balance on it. If you guys are interested, the balance on the cred stick is. Yeah, that's how much Newen is on the cred stick he has.
Alright, I'll split it.
Wait. We bug scan it. I remember what Oren did to this guy using cred sticks.
He figured out the
Wait.
bug long ago.
Okay,
like
that's
you
fine
can
then.
you can strip that from Amber can strip that from his mind. He figured it out like a year or two after you ran Amazonia. So.
Okay. So 804 each.
Yep.
Maybe that's a code, guys. 5634.
Yes.
Yeah, what do you type it into his face? His
Yeah,
face
I'll type
opens
it
up
into
and
his
Unlocks
face.
his brain.
he's one of those tiny little aliens from Men in Black who like drive the bodies around.
The galaxy.
It's on Orion's belt. So yeah, there's a lot of contact information about various runners. A lot of them, some of you have even like heard rumor mills about these guys. Like some of them are fairly heavy hitters, so it's very likely this is the information Aaron is looking for.
Any members of the Mafia family that was from Gilnate? Go on.
I have no idea what you just said.
Is there any
DNLA.
people of that family in the contacts?
No.
Alright, cool.
Well, if we've stripped Eteran and everything, we should go about returning everything. Get it all tied up in a nice, neat package.
He does remember working for the Triads and taking the deal with them to set up his new, gear, basically. Get back in.
So the Triads wanted his gear, right?
The Triads want all his gear to try and recuperate what they can from him. They also want him as, payment to deal with him as well. So Aaron just wants his data, right? Of his contacts and shit. The other two want him and his shit, so...
Yeah,
we decided Mafia, and yeah.
Well, you keep presuming the well-dressed man is Mafia, but yeah.
Well, yeah. Like, I'm gonna keep calling it Mafia, so...
Yeah.
Could we find a homeless guy, give him a cyber deck, and give that guy to the...
I never remember what he looks like.
We could still fuck with the Chinese guys more if we wanted.
Yeah, I guess we'll just, unless anyone's got any objections, just return the shit we've got now.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, is there anything, if I give Kix that server, can she get anything off it that I grabbed?
Well, no, because if you know anything about servers, they're in certain RAID configurations, so you literally just ripped out part of the RAID configuration, it's utterly useless.
Oh, okay. Well, I fucked them
It's a
up.
bunch of hardware. You can sell it.
It's a bunch of 1 and 0s that don't make any sense, yeah.
I sell it.
Yeah, you can sell it for, let me see, what's the average corp server? I'm actually going to look this up because this is the thing Shadowrun's making do.
And then we get 25% due to Texas contact, or can I just sell this legitly? I doubt that, though.
Okay, what's a corp? Generally corp.
Yeah, it's
okay.
stolen goods, so...
So the server is a pretty high quality one, so the server is probably 1,200 Nuon, so...
So, if I sell that for 25%, right, Tex?
Mostly just consists of CPUs and tons of memory.
Yeah, I can sell things outright, 25% to my
Yeah,
friends.
that gets us an extra, I'll round it up to 43. 42.85, so...
I'd just say just keep the 300 yourself. It's 300 new yen.
It's relevant.
Alright, okay, yeah, sure.
You should buy some nice arrows to shoot people in the vag with.
Oh
Yeah,
no, I'm planning on getting
Vag
the supper.
seeking arrows.
Spend those 300 on dinner for the party.
Okay. Like, the most I'll do is take Tex out for a drink, because he gave me drugs.
Okay, so you guys are going to Arn, yeah?
Yeah.
Who goes to visit Arn? All of you, or just like?
He gave me a drink last time, so yes, she goes.
I'll go.
Tex
Go.
goes for sure.
Kix will not
Firehead
go.
probably sleeps or something.
I'm not good.
Alright, so everyone who goes, you meet Arn in the usual place. And as you come in, he smiles and says, I heard a certain corporation had a team of Shadowrunners hit them last night. I presume everything went well.
Ah, must have been 2 runner teams making a move then.
So he sort of smiles and says, "Do you have the data I want?"
We got the data. Hopefully it's what you want.
So he just, extends his hand because you got it on a memory stick, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, how do you give it to me, Kix?
How do I give it to you?
Yeah, the data, that is.
Yeah.
On a floppy disk. I don't know how to answer this question. Like, do you want me to transfer it to you, or what? Is that what you mean?
A data chip? Or...
You could send it on a data chip, or you could put it in a data packet on his comlink, and he could just send it over. It's up to you.
Yeah. No, I'll do the data packet comlink.
Okay, so it's on your comlink.
So I just send, throw an AR data file at him, basically.
Yeah, he just reads it. He opens it up, and then for the next 20 minutes or so, he just sits there in silence, casually browsing through it without saying a word, while his security sort of look on like they're willing to jump on you at any second. And,
we serve drinks.
Yeah, I mean, servers come around with drinks and just give you
right.
anything you want, while he just casually looks over it.
Yeah, I send she a DNI text that says, "You're not thirsty tonight."
Yeah, you keep drinking those stealth tags, she. Anyway, he looks over it. Like I said, for 20 minutes, he's in absolute silence. His face is like a stone wall. He just goes over it again and again. Then you can tell after he goes over a few names and details, he smiles every now and then he eventually just looks up from his comlink, turns off the AOR display he was coolly looking over, and looks over you and says, "Very well done indeed. I'll be honest, I wasn't quite sure you'd be able to get through with this. So I believe we had a deal." And then he takes out a cred stick and says, "I presume you prefer untraceable currency."
That would be my personal preference.
Okay, so
Same here.
He types off a number, and you can see a bank balance thing drain even a minuscule amount, and he just sort of nods to himself. "I believe this is more than adequate," and he passes you a cred stick.
Yeah, I'll transfer it from his to mine.
Yep, there is 100,000 UN on the cred stick.
Sweet.
7 ways that gets us.
Okay, do we tell Firehead about it?
You don't want to screw over the people you run with.
Correct.
So he just smiles and says, "I'm sure that's slightly above a normal payday runners of your caliber are used to, but you've proven yourselves to me. Perhaps we can do some more business in the future."
You've got my number.
So he nods and says, "I'm curious, what do you plan to do with Zane?" He sort of smiles again.
I wanted to keep him personally. I've never had a pet really, but no, we're gonna pass him off to a friend of ours. Apparently he had some dealings with him in the past or something. I don't know.
So he just nods slowly and says, "I have another proposal for you if you'd be willing to if you'd be interested in listening."
I'm listening.
So he
sets his jaw.
So he just sort of smiles and says, "I know there are a number of parties interested in acquiring him. How about this? I will take Zane off your hands, and I will make these interested parties back off from you without any repercussions. How about that?"
One more stipulation. There was a little girl we helped out, and that had connections to that fellow as well, so we'd need him to back off her also.
He just thinks for a moment, picks up his comm link, and then zips through some folders for a minute, and you can see surveillance data come up, and then he just shows you an AOR display. And you can see the well-dressed man getting into his very well-armored and decorated car again, and he says, "Is this the individual you're talking about?"
Yeah, that's my drinking buddy.
So he sort of, his eyes sort of grimace for a moment. He says, "Yes, I believe I can take care of that issue for you as well if your conscience feels ill against this. However, there will be something of a cost to this. I would like to hire you and your compatriots as my personal assets for the next while. Is this understood for you? I expect you to take no other jobs for the next several months while you complete a series of tasks for me. And of course, like I said, in return, I will keep other parties off your back."
You keep the new yen flowing. I don't think anybody's going to have a problem with that.
I'm down.
Okay, so he sort of smiles again and says, he just indicates to one of his grunts and says, "If you would please bring Zane to the back of this facility, or this club, these gentlemen will take him to where he needs to go. I presume you have someone on hand that has him ready to move, yes?"
We have him, yes. We can bring him quickly.
Okay, so he just says a few whispered words to the orc, the very large and brutal-looking orc beside him, who just nods and then walks off, indicates the 3 or 4 other guys who walk off with him, and then Aaron just sort of turns back to you and says, "Very good." Then he orders a round of some very expensive champagne and says, "To new beginnings, I think." And he sort of pours it out, one for each of you.
I do know text and say, "Am I thirsty now?"
I pull out a tag eraser and just run it over it real quick, put it away, and then give him a nod and say, "To new beginnings."
So he just sort of smiles, like a very coy smile while you do this, and you detect no tags of any kind in it. It's just pure, real champagne.
Can never be too careful.
He just sort of,
yeah,
he just sort of
drink.
grins and says, "Too true."
He takes a ship and then says, "If I may, who was that man in the suit that we've been dealing with? We don't know."
He just sort of looks at you for a while and says, "Such information generally brokers a high price in the right markets, but as we are now friends," and he sort of says it with a wicked sort of inclination toward the end, "I believe I'll be able to give you a bit more. I'm not quite sure of his name or where he comes from, but he and his organization have recently arrived in Seattle. I believe they come from Denver. What they're doing here, I'm not quite sure, but they're most definitely working for an entity most people would not want to cross." And then he just sort of looks at you blankly and smiles a little weary smile again.
Alright, so
That-
to him. I'd say thanks.
It's that dragon that lives out there, is it?
Aaron just shrugs and says, "There's a lot of things in Denver, dragons and otherwise," and then sort of relaxes back again and says, "Oh yes, if my sources tell me correctly, I believe your Decker's assets were damaged during the one. Is that correct? Zane was always good at the offense."
Yeah, there was a bit of smoke coming out of one of her computers.
Okay, so he just, takes up his comlink, makes a call, and then a few minutes later, a man in a suit comes out with a briefcase. Maybe 10 or so minutes later, while you guys are making small talk, lays it down at the thing, just says a few words to Aaron. Aaron slowly inclines his head, and the guy walks off again. Aaron turns around the briefcase and opens it up, and inside it is a cyber deck. And he says, "I believe this should compensate your friend."
I thought you said cyber dick first.
It's just lined with cyber dicks, yeah.
I got a bad feeling about this guy.
So inside of it is a Novatech navigator.
Oh. Adding it in Chummer. Wow, it's an upgrade even. It's device rating 3.
Woo!
Jesus, this guy is gonna screw us.
So,
We're so dead.
You think?
he smiles at you again, Tex, and he just sort of says, "I'm not quite sure if you're aware, but there are more than just the triads and that man looking for you. I believe you may have stumbled upon something a bit above your pay grade. Am I wrong?"
Yeah, Zane seems to have tracked down a bit of information on that as well. You were able to pull out of him, so I think we're on the same page there.
So he just nods slowly and said, if someone like Zane can pull it out, it's not long before the rest of the Shadows will know about you as well and find you quite quickly. As a result, I think it might be best if you were to leave Seattle for a little while. Would you be against a international job?
Ooh.
Well, I love traveling personally, and Giant here, he's actually from overseas, so I'm pretty sure everyone would be down with that.
So he smiles and says, I'm not sure I could guarantee your safety otherwise. You have a great many interested parties. These I can handle, and he indicates Mr. Zhang and the well-dressed man again, but the others may be more difficult to placate, especially if they know where you are, and Seattle is becoming a hotbed of information recently. However, I do have a job that I need completed in some of my customers have something that needs done, and I do need a competent group to deal with it. I'd be
then you
more
ask
than
the right people.
yeah. I need to send you to Shanghai. Would you be amiable to go there?
The words Shadowrun Hong Kong materialize on the screen now, aren't
No, Shanghai, not Hong Kong.
Close enough.
I had this set up before before that came out, so yeah.
Right.
Are you sure you're not receiving some royalties?
No.
So yeah, Tex starts the sentence in Cantonese and then finishes it in Mandarin, and he says, "I hear Shanghai is lovely this time of year."
Hong Kong isn't even that close to Shanghai. Give it a break. But yeah, he just sort of nods and says, I will of course comp you for the travel details. However, dealing with the Chinese and the authorities will be your own problems. I presume you understand the necessity of decent identification.
Yeah, we've got our sins. Are you saying we need to pick up a new set of sins and licenses?
He just sort of looks at you and says, it depends upon the quality of the workmanship, but international travel necessitates decent work, if you understand my meaning.
Yeah, Tex nods.
Alright, so he just sort of nods and then once again sends you a file over the comlink as he's whipping some information over to you. And it's the details about a coordinate in Shanghai that you need to head to.
When do you want us to leave?
This weekend would be the most opportune moment for you to leave.
Bel Air.
They see I'm in the market to get a bit of upgrade. So if you could handle those requests, I guess I would pay you up front, of course.
What do you want him to do? Sorry.
Basically, instead of going to getting Tex to run around to go to a shop to buy me shit, I was wondering if I could just give him the money and he would get us it.
Do you think that's what Tex does? He just goes to the shop for you.
Wow.
I'm the only one that knows where it is.
Yeah.
Aaron just
Guns, bombs, and beyond.
Aaron just sort of looks at you and says, I would presume you have enough contacts in your network to do that, but as expedience is a issue with this, I will tell you this. Leave me a list of the items you need, and I will have my people procure them for you.
I nod my head in thanks.
So, out of character, you do realize this guy has a reputation for bugging the shit out of his own runner teams, and you're trying to, get more equipment from him?
I want,
Kix is already going to have to tear apart the deck that he gave her to make sure it's not fucking cursed.
Well,
it has a spirit in it.
I doubt we can find the shit in Shanghai, so I
Why not?
Why not?
I don't know.
Shanghai is
racist.
You guys can roll to see what you know about Shanghai, because China has changed significantly in Shadowrun. It's no longer one giant country; it's several dozen countries.
But,
I don't know. So Warren, do I know about China?
No.
Okay.
Can I roll a triads test?
Why? Because they're Asian.
Yeah, like from like.
Yeah, you can. You do. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna tell you straight up. You already know, like, the triads operate all throughout China. So,
Okay.
other than that, you could literally just matrix search it on a comlink or something to like look up what is known about Shanghai. So,
Okay.
When's the weekend in comparison to?
I'll
Like-
assist you with that, Kix.
the weekend is 5 days from where
Thank
you are
you.
now.
All right.
Well, 4 days actually, because you spent 1 day doing shit.
I want. So I want to get a new suit, and this.
You get a
fucking-
+3.
Oh. What?
Oh, dice.
I spelled
so
Shanghai
funny.
wrong.
Okay. So you know, Shanghai is a sprawl in the Chinese coastal provinces and is considered to be neutral territory. It is part of, well, it's actually, Shanghai has essentially become its own city-state in Shadowrun, but it is a mixing pot for a great many things. There is an actual government there, which is literally just the city-state of Shanghai, but it also has significant corporate dealings. But more importantly, it is well known as a base for pirate activity, and it's essentially like a Shadowrun version of Tortuga, if you know what I mean. So it's kind of like the port. It's kind of like the footfall in Rogue Trader terms of the Shadowrun world.
Is Shioace very active out there?
Yes. Also, Imperial Japan has great stakes in Shanghai as well.
Tex, you said a sleeping tiger's good, right?
Very good.
Yeah. She's gonna before we go buy a sleeping tiger.
Before you do that, Warren, is a rating 3 sin good enough for international travel?
You need roughly a sin of 4 or above to fly anywhere. Without any issues, really.
Can't we get a boat there?
You could get a boat there, but it would take, like, weeks. And time was of the essence, so.
So we're all probably gonna have to buy a rating 4 sin, so you may not want to spend all your money on a sleeping tiger.
I have 44,000 a sleeping
What
tiger.
the fuck?
I know, sorry, 46,000. Sleeping tiger's fine.
He hasn't been spending anything on anything.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I've just saved up.
So is there anything else you want to ask of Aaron? Before you guys go?
So Tex is just like, I presume you'll send all the mission parameters to us while we're en route.
He just says the contact that you will meet at those coordinates will inform you of the details.
Very well.
So the district he's sending you to is, let me see, what's it called? Baoshan? Yeah, he's sending you to Baoshan. Okay.
And we're leaving in less than a week?
4 days.
Okay, then that's only enough time to get a rating for sin anyway.
And he's paying for and organizing a suborbital flight for you all. So, but you still need to get through like security.
I'm getting on no plane.
And
God damn it, so we got that payday and immediately most of the money is gone. Because we have to get this fucking sin.
what's the best rank? A rating 6 would last like for fucking everything.
You don't want to get a rating 6.
Alright, okay.
Rating 6 has your actual DNA on file.
Alright, rating 5.
Rating 5's
fives are
gonna
good.
take a week though, so
damn.
we're gonna leave before then.
Oh my god.
Well, it's a week reduced by the number of hits.
Is it?
Yes.
Aaron,
It depends on how expensive it is.
Aaron can get you the sins cheaper.
Oh, fuck that guy.
If you trust him, he can get you what you want, but like it's him, so it's up to you.
No. I'll stick with Tex. That'd be availability 12 for a rating 4 sin.
Yeah, just for the record, if you ever
Yes.
use Aaron to try and find anything, he is very, very fucking good at procuring things, but I mean, it's up to
Literally
you.
never gonna do that.
Yeah,
How
I
long
didn't
are we
think
going
you
to be
would.
in Shanghai for?
The job, you have no idea. So you'll have to wait there till you get there to figure it out.
So we may want to get Shanghai licenses.
Yeah, you can get them while they're over there, sure. Or you might be provided with them, you don't know.
So you're saying pick up a rating for 10k?
Oh, Aaron's got to find it first.
Oh, okay.
So you guys bid Aaron farewell, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think as much booze as he's willing to offer me beforehand. Like, of the champagne, that is.
He'll give you the bottle if you want the rest of it.
Oh, yeah, I'll take the bottle.
Sure.
And as soon as Giant's outside, he's like, I feel like we just sold soul to devil.
Mm-hmm.
Because we did, Giant.
It's not going to end well.
She holds up the champagne bottle, but as long as the devil pays well, I'm fine with it.
Very
So-
cool, she.
Whoever brought Zane, aka Fisto, to the guys at the back of the club, he's barreled off into a very heavily armored truck and taken off somewhere else, and the truck bears the Horizon logo.
What, they sold them back to the same dudes?
Who knows?
Well, it would make sense if Horan's Horizon, why he was able to clear out a Horizon and subsidiary. Anyway, Aaron, can you find us sins?
Yeah, I'll take a look. It's my social limit.
We have to like fucking get a house in Shanghai, aren't we?
I'll spend a point of edge.
Probably.
How racist are they over there?
Availability is 12, Warren.
It's China. Very racist.
The Asian countries tend to be more racist in Shadowrun than the other ones.
Japan
But
kept all
Shanghai-
metahumans on an island.
Yeah,
For
Japan
like
literally,
decades.
Japan literally kept all of them on an island.
How are elves treated?
Well, we only
China,
got one hit on a knowledge
China-
test, so...
yeah, well, I mean, out of context, China is like, it's more racially divided than the West is, but not to the extent that Japan is. So.
Alright.
Also, there's like, China's also the most populated place in the world, so, I mean, things slip in, there's no way of dealing with it, So.
Yeah.
I'll
They've
be
had
fine,
to deal with it.
I'm just a big guy. I'm totally human.
And you said Shanghai is kind of like a pirate den, so I'm assuming there's just all kinds of people there. And...
Shanghai is well known for being one of the most underworldy kind of cities in the world nowadays, if you know what I mean. Since the fall of, communist China and everything broke up into different provinces, Shanghai turned into like a den of corporate and underworld interests, if you know what I mean.
So I would guess that they're probably a little more lenient with metatypes and stuff.
And like actual pirates like come out of it, like with full on like navies, and they board like merchant ships and steal them. Not like Somali pirate style, like come up with rigged up like cruisers and rob people kind of thing. Yeah, the corporations actually unofficially pay tribute to the pirates to let their shipping go through and shit. So so the pirates are pretty powerful. So what do I roll against the Sims? Sorry,
12.
12.
12. Okay.
God damn it, if I didn't have to buy this sin, I was going to try and get a mil-spec for the Pirate Nation.
Yeah, you get it.
It takes me 3 days.
Yeah, so you have 1 day to spare.
How much does it cost?
Okay.
10k.
Depends on how many licenses you add.
10k plus 3 licenses.
So let's see. Each license is
I'm so
800.
tempted to put a Chinese name. It would make no sense.
My fake idea before was Shaq Fu. So.
It's giant going to like put duct tape on his eyes to like pull him out.
Actually, I can put a Chinese name because I can just go as Chinese because I can reconstruct my face.
I'm going to be Vladimir Putin.
Yes!
I'll be Yao Ming. He's a Chinese guy, right?
Modern day, well, Shadowrun China, communism is really disliked. Really, really disliked. There's like, in fact, communist terror cells and shit now. So.
Fuck them.
That's actually what you were accused of in Shadowrun Hong Kong, Joss. Remember they labelled you as a terrorist group from some city-state? Yeah, there was a Chinese communist city-state.
So, for this sin, what nationality do we all want? UCAS?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are there any?
We'll be coming back here. I'm not wasting fucking 10 grand.
There's
something.
no immigration issues for a UCAS citizen to Shanghai City, right?
No, but the UCAS has a travel warning traveling anywhere close to Imperial Japan. Unless you're going on business. Yeah, but Imperial Japan has tons of interests in China. And the Imperial Japanese military is all over China. Because they invaded it at one point. And Renraku and all that have huge corporate interests in Shanghai. So. Wuxing, Shuazui, and all those guys.
So, whilst we're overseas, we won't have to pay rent for the apartment, will we? Or will we? I don't know.
You will.
God damn.
Yeah, when you don't stay at the apartment, it just becomes free.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That's
in
the deal
real
I
life,
have
Ollie.
with my landlord.
Yeah, you just. That's how it works in real life, Ollie. Like, try that with a landlord and see what he says.
Yeah, no, I was hoping. Yeah. Alright.
And is Oren on this ballistic fight? Is he securing us like transportation for our gear?
Yes, all your gear will be more than well looked after. There will be no questions about it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, so for the people who aren't super informed about Shadowrun, when you work for a dude who has connection rating 10 and loyalty 1, it means it's a very, very strictly he will drop you the first second he sees an advantage in it, but if you work for him and do well, you will be rolling in yuan. But it is essentially a deal with the devil, so...
Okay, sounds good.
Can loyalty go up over time?
Yes, but I mean, read Aaron's profile and give me a thing if he sees you as a friend or will ever see you as a friend.
Okay.
That guy's a Ractor level sociopath.
Yeah.
How do you get out of the friend zone with Aaron?
You become a sociopath like him.
Flowers. Yeah, Kix, we need you to seduce him.
Wait, what nationality is he? And what's his sexual preference?
You have no idea.
Yeah, he doesn't fucking broadcast it. It's like tattooed on his forehead.
All you know is that when you matrix search this guy, it comes up with all kinds of, security blocked, and he's a ghost, basically. So.
She's never banged a ghost. He accepts the challenge.
That's how she dies.
If you
Ghost
want,
stains.
I can just summon a spirit.
No.
You know Aaron is magically awakened, because someone assessed him when you first saw him, and you know he has augmented eyes, but he also has no essence loss, and he is awakened, so...
Yeah, he's got the essence restoration shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Leonized as well.
The only pay data that we missed, for some reason in my mind there's something nagging at me that we missed something.
Yeah, the Horizon data.
Yeah.
So How much can we sell that for?
The Sol Media Group data. You can put it on an online auction site. You know, one of the not like what's it called, Jackpoint or Shadowlands BBS or whatever, but you know, one of the lesser information brokers and see who goes for it.
At this point in time, it'd be the Shadow Sea.
Yeah. So you can put it on something similar to that if you want to.
Yeah, sure. Do we get anything back in 4 days, or...?
You get something back in 1 day, and they transfer you 3,000 yuan.
Alright, let me just split that. That is... Wait. Here you go.
Oh yeah, I presume you guys want karma for the run, right?
That'd be nice, yes.
Yeah, you get 6 karma for that run.
Oh yeah. Is there a job that we can find within 1 day?
No.
Not any job that you could complete in 1 day.
She's just gonna go rob a bank.
Yeah.
Let's play Payday in real life.
Well, the way banks work nowadays, you'd rob it and there'd be nothing in it because all of the money or, you know, information would be transferred or non-existent. So.
Another awesome run, guys.
Unless you want to rob that bank that's in space, because if you want to do that, that's like, I'm totally for that, but you're gonna die.
Zurich Orbital.
Yeah. That has like space cruisers and shit defending it.
From every corp, yeah.
Yeah.
Because of the Omega Order, where they all formed up like one thing.
Is it the Omega Vault?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
No, the world's new one is basically transferred through this giant space station that's like ridiculously defended.
Which is a fleet of aircraft cost? Or like starships?
Well, I don't think you can
This
buy
isn't
spaceships.
starts with that number.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like space ships, but not like, you don't have naval battleships in space or any shit.
Yeah.
And a GMC Banshee, which is just like a VTOL supersonic aircraft, costs millions of new yen. So the spaceships are probably billions of new yen.
Should keep working for this guy.
And they're probably not like something you can get in the black market.
Yeah, you have to design and build your own, basically.
Yeah.
Kix is a smart cookie. I'm pretty sure we could get that.
That would be a hell of a run, though, wouldn't it? To rob that shit.
How long does it take someone to train from 0 to 1? Sorry.
Like a skill?
Yeah.
A day.
Hey, cool. Yeah, got time then.
I'm initiating again.
There is actually some details in the mission packet Aaron gave you to give you some idea of what you're doing. You're to go to that district, and it's a warehouse on the docks of the river, and you're to meet a local contact, and he is going to give you a target you need to extract, okay, and bring back to Seattle. So it's an extraction job.
Cool.
Can we assume that in those 3 days that go by, my physical monitor goes to 0?
Yeah, we can presume everything is back to normal for everybody, and you all have full edge and everything.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what my bars are anymore, like the red one, the green one, and the blue one.
Green is physical, blue is stun, red is edge.
So, Warren, I'm going to be specialised in something. Can you tell us when it's like in a month then, in game time?
You've got to track it, dude. The GM.
Yeah.
Okay.
I cannot track everybody's shit.
Alright,
Warren, I'm going to need you to track all of my skill training timelines and...
Alright, what's the date then? If you don't
I run 5 campaigns. I make maps for every single one of them. I have to remember all the NPC statistics, everything that I have to do at certain points.
What I do is just write the total training time in like in the lifestyle licenses section, and then every time like an any in-game day or period of time goes through, just deduct it.
Okay, alright. Makes sense. Yeah, thanks.
And if you're interested in what date it is, that's a good question.
Christmas.
Come on.
A month would be considered 30 days, right?
It is June the 16th, 2080. What year does this thing begin in? It's 2080 something. What year is it in Shadowrun 5th edition again?
75.
2075.
Okay, yeah, so it's that year then.
I know what to spend my karma on.
I'm going to initiate again.
I'm going to initiate too.
And back up even more karma.
Well, it's been great, everyone. Thank you very much. Cheers for
Yes.
running the game, Warren, and everyone for playing and stuff.
Yeah, no
I'm
worries.
going to say night-night.
Yep. Good night. Ducks out.
No.
Right.